That's right, everyone. Yesterday I went to Coney Island for my very first trip out to the beach of New York City. It was actually kind of weird because, you're still in New York City, but it doesn't feel like New York City because you're on the ocean. And there's no tall buildings around, and it's just sort of a completely different feel from living and working within Manhattan and sort of being sheltered on the island with all the tall buildings like I am. So it was really fun to go out there. In the pictures, you saw Astroland, which is the carnival area, Nathan's Hot Dogs, and just a shot of the beach. Um, I went with a friend of mine, and we went on the Cyclone, which is the wooden roller coaster at Astroland, and it's been there. This is the 80th anniversary, and it's a historic landmark. So when they tear down a lot of the stuff on Coney Island at the end of this summer, that will still be there, of course. And I went on the ride, and it's very bumpy. It's fun, okay, don't get me wrong, it's not that it's not fun, but it's very bumpy and it sort of hurts because you bounce around a lot and you bounce up against the side of your little car or whatever, and stuff falls out of your pockets, as I discovered, unfortunately, when we were after we just bought our tickets and we're about to get on the Wonder Wheel, which is the Ferris wheel there. Um, I discovered that my cell phone had fallen out of my pocket, and it was obviously on the Cyclone because it's the only other thing I'd done all day, or since we'd gotten there. So we went back. I asked. They checked the seat where we were sitting. It wasn't there. So either the people behind us on the next time the ride went around picked it up, or no one could have even been sitting there because the ride wasn't full to capacity every time because it was Monday and it wasn't very crowded. So I'm thinking it's more likely that the phone just fell on the next trip around and it's somewhere under the ride. So today I had to cancel my phone or suspend the service temporarily, and I went and got a new phone, so I got a new SIM card. So the old SIM card will no longer work. So I have no numbers. I've been cajoling people into giving me the numbers again, which is really annoying. So this time I'm going to make a backup onto my computer of everyone's phone numbers. So if I ever lose my phone again, I won't have to go begging and trying to figure out who I need phone numbers from. And unfortunately, a lot of the numbers I did have on my old phone, I'm probably not going to get back anytime soon because they're not people I talk to regularly, but they're people that I talk to, sort of maybe 2 or 3 times a year. And they're people like old friends from college or friends from home that when I'm back visiting, I call and say, hey, I'm here, let's go out, let's go do something. So they're not people that I really have on my phone anyway, that I talk to here for a lot, so unfortunately, a lot of them I don't have a way of getting hold of, and I don't even remember who all was on my phone. So that was that. The hot dogs were really good. You saw a picture of what I had for lunch. 2 hot dogs smothered in cheese, and what can get better than that? And after hot dogs, we also had a funnel cake because we sort of felt like we were at a state fair. We're both from the Midwest, where state fairs are really sort of a big thing. So we both had lots of experiences going to state fairs. Mine are primarily from the Iowa State Fair, since I grew up in Iowa. And it did sort of have a very state fair feel to it. It was sort of kind of white trashy, a little bit run down. All it needed to make the state fair feel complete were some livestock, because that's what state fairs are about. Anyway, so that was fun. Then I came back into the city, and I met up with a bunch of other of my friends. Well, I got there an hour before anyone else did. So what happened was that we were going to go see a screening of Hairspray, because my friend had gotten us all in the know, so we all got online Evite passes to see a screening of Hairspray on Monday at the AMC Lincoln Center Theater here in New York City. And so I got there at 4:30, and my friends started trickling in around 5:30, and we were waiting in line. There was already a huge line by the time I got there, at least 50 to 75 people in line. So I got in line, I was waiting, and luckily my friends came from the front of the theater because the line was around the corner. Instead of in front of the theater, it started on the side. So luckily they came from that way, and I saw them because I didn't have my phone to tell them where I was. So we were waiting in line, and about, I'd say a half hour, 20 minutes or so before they were going to let people in, or before the screening was supposed to start anyway, this guy comes out and was like, Evite invitations are not valid at this screening. It was an error by the company that they got sent out. They're not supposed to be there. We're not going to honor them. There's a New Line Cinema's representative here. You can complain to her. Blah 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 blah. And so it was a big mess. The theater management ended up calling the police apparently to make sure everyone got disbanded and there was no riots or anything. And let me tell you, I'm sure there were some pretty upset queens at this thing because this is a big deal movie. Anyway, so we're still sort of waiting to hear what's going to happen out of that, if we're going to get some sort of free passes to see something else, if they're going to set up a screening, or give us free tickets to see the movie, period, or what's going to happen, we don't know yet. But hopefully some sort of, something for waiting in line for 3 hours and then being told, oh, hey, you can't see this after all, it's kind of ridiculous. So hopefully we'll see what happens. And that's the update. That's what I did on Monday. Got a lot going on right now for work and stuff, so we're kind of busy for a while. I'll probably be making a video sometime early next week with some of my friends, so I'll be looking forward to that. Talk to everyone soon, and I hope you all enjoy this. Bye.